Oof, all right. Well, we've all been there. I've been there. A point where you're with either a girl or you're with your girlfriend and you can't last long. Maybe you have premature ejaculation. Maybe you just go for a couple minutes and it's very sensitive, so you finish very fast. And of course, this is embarrassing. You have some guilt that you're feeling, like, okay, I haven't been able to please my woman because I can't last long. Maybe you feel, like I said, embarrassed because you feel, I don't know, young. You feel like you're this kid, even though maybe you're over 25 years old, over 21 years old, and this is still happening to you. First of all, understand this is normal. You can just go ahead and look at how many views are on this video. There's at least 1,000, and I know that there's gonna be way more than that. And you can see that there are other men out there who have this issue. So you're not alone. And I'm gonna give you an unconventional tip, one that has worked for me, one that's worked for other people, that works if you wanna last longer, okay? So there's some other tips that you can use. I actually have a video I'll put down below where I talk to a sex expert on all this, and you can get some more information. But let me give you a quick tip. No pun intended. That works really well. Here it is. Masturbate. Yep. If you know that you're going to either be with a girl or your girlfriend that night, masturbate. Now listen, this is not the end all be all, but I promise you this helps tremendously, okay? Now, when I say masturbate, what I mean is do that hours before you're gonna see her, okay? So if you know you're gonna see her that night, do it in the morning or do it right when you get home. You might have seen one of those clips from the movie There's Something About Mary where he wants to relieve the tension, so he ends up masturbating before he goes on a date with Mary. Ben Stiller, have you seen it? Anyways, this is gonna help you relieve the tension also. But more importantly, it's going to desensitize you sexually so you will last longer. Like I said, this is not the end all be all. You still might not last as long, but I can almost guarantee you that if you do this, and if you take my advice here, that you will last a lot longer. Because again, you're desensitizing yourself. You are getting some of that sexual energy out, okay? Now I know that I have some tips on here that, not this video, but other videos that I have that talk about, no FAP and quitting porn and things like that. And that's for some people. It might not be for you. I'm not just telling, every single person that they need to do that. Maybe this is something that's gonna help you. Now, if you don't wanna do that, there are other things that you can work on, like breathing, like taking your time. You don't have to go fast when you're with a woman. In fact, here's another really good tip. If you feel like you're about to finish, completely stop. Stop and just start doing oral, okay? Stop and just take a breather for a second. A woman's gonna be okay with that. If she says, what's wrong? Say, there's nothing wrong, I'm just taking a small break. Or don't say anything, and like I said, just go down on her. Take a break. Take a long break, by the way. If you take only like a 10-second break and you start going again, it's still gonna be really sensitive. So take a long break. It's okay to do that. And breathe, and breathe. And another thing too is you can practice what's called edging, okay? So that means that if you are in a period where you are fapping and you're not in a no-fap period, try to practice being able to get to the point where you're about to finish, but then you don't. And you do it again where you're about to finish and then you don't. So you can practice getting to the point where you can stop right before you're about to ejaculate. So those are some quick tips for you. I highly recommend at the very least using the first one. Again, a little unconventional, but no one's telling you that, but let me say, I'm telling you because it works. Now, if you are trying to learn how to get to the point where you're even with a woman sexually, you should check out my Hooked program, because in my Hooked program, there's a module called First Dates That Lead to Sex. So how do you sexually escalate with the woman to make her turned on and make it comfortable and get her interested enough in you to want to have sex with you? I talk about all that in the Hooked program, in that one video, and you should check it out. Go to getherhooked.com. The link is in the description below, getherhooked.com, where you can learn about how to get access to the program, and it's gonna help you tremendously with not only that, but also gaining attraction with women, getting them interested in you, and giving you the steps on how to do it. Check it out, and I'll see you on the next video.